Welcome to Seattle. They called this place the Emerald City due to its green surroundings, and it is a real gem. We're on a tour across Canada, Mexico, and the United States, visiting each of the 16 host cities welcoming the FIFA World Cup 26, in search of the soccer soul of every one of them. Taking in the people, places, culture, and vibes. This is Stories from the Cities. Before we hit the streets, here's what you need to know about this city. Between the ocean and the mountains, Seattle is famous for its beauty, nature, and rich culture. The biggest city in the state of Washington and the Pacific Northwest, you might know it as the United States coffee capital, and also a famous music hub. But it's also rightly proud of its soccer heritage. Local team, the Seattle Sounders, were a mainstay of the NASL in the 1970s, attracting players like Bobby Moore, England's 1966 World Cup winning captain, and they remain one of the best supported teams in MLS to this day. Someone who knows all about this great city is Steve Zakuani, former Seattle Sounders player. Where are we right now? What is this?
Right now, we're about 2 minutes from the stadium, just outside of that, and we're in front of a mural that was painted for me. And I'm still a bit embarrassed by it, to be honest with you, because of just how big it is, but it was a community-funded project. They were asked to paint their favorite athletes. And on the other side, they've got a couple of the football players, American football. But for the soccer side, they chose me, and it stood there for about 15 years. And I think, it's changed ownership a few times, the building, but they've always at least kept this. So we're still standing strong.
No one's ever made a mural of me, so I want to know, what does it feel like to be immortalized in this way?
To be honest, it's very humbling. I grew up in a very low-income area. I had to battle for a lot of things. I never would have guessed one day that my face would be on a wall in my adopted city.
What is this fan base like? You've experienced it firsthand.
I'm going to be biased, but it is the best fans in the world, because it's not just how to support you on the pitch, but it's everything off the pitch, All of us are very involved in the community here. I think it's a fan base that really gets behind us, learns our stories, cares about us. I've been here now 16 years, and not once have I felt not supported by them, through good moments, bad moments. So I think the Sounders and the Seattle soccer community is a place that feels a lot like a family, and we're all in it for each other.
My name's Brad Evans. I played here with the Sounders from the inaugural MLS season 2009 to 2017. Played with the U.S. men's national team 27 times. I was really fortunate that my first cap with the national team was here in Seattle, and now I'm the brand ambassador for the Seattle Sounders. The most special moment was walking out on that first game. In fact, if you look right behind you, that's the goal celebration that I had from the first goal there on the wall. We walked out into the crowd, and I had never seen anything like that before. 35,000 strong, and the atmosphere was absolutely electric. We knew that we were building something special here in Seattle. Sounders have become a powerhouse and what we like to think of as a dynasty since 2009. There hasn't been another team who's been to as many finals as us, who have won as many trophies since 2009. We've won 4 U.S. Open Cups. We've been to the finals 4 times, won 2. CONCACAF Champions League. But this team has been a winner since '74. I still get chills walking into the stadium.
We are about to experience the Sounders ECS March to the Match. Come check it out.
Our march to the match is something I've never seen before in soccer. And it's something that really holds true to my heart is that community aspect. You're going to witness a fan base that is beyond passionate about this club. when I came in 2009. This has been going every single game since then, and these are the truest of soccer fans. ECS, Emerald City supporters, are our blood that kind of keeps us going in the games. When you're on the field, you don't really hear what they're saying, but you can feel the noise inside you. I've never played in a place where I can't hear the guy that's 15 yards away from me. That's what makes this place so special. Ken Griffey Jr. is a 10-time Golden Glove winner. He's a Hall of Famer. His statue is out in front of the Mariners Stadium. Every Seattleite knows who he is, his story, and what he has meant to get Seattle sports teams on the map. He's one of the best to ever do it, and to have him as part of our organization as a Sounders fan, it really means a lot to be around someone who's got that rich tradition of winning. Kind of paved the way for this to be a hub for where players want to go to win.
It's the biggest sport in the world. There's no other sport that's bigger. And Seattle's been one of the forefronts of football in this country. So to be a host city is unbelievable. I took up photography in 2009, so when the World Cup comes here, I'm looking forward to having some pretty good pics.
There's no better place than to be here in Seattle for the 2026 World Cup. The U.S. men's national team has never lost here in Seattle, so it has that fan base behind them. It's a massive advantage for any American soccer fan to be here and to root on this U.S. team. I still have to pinch myself because of what is going to come. I'm really proud to be able to highlight what soccer means here in this city and to show it to the world.
Steve, you've been here for quite a few years now. What is it about this place that made you settle here?
It's honestly a very welcoming place. There's a phrase people told me when I first moved there: beware of the Seattle freeze. Like, people are just going to be cold to you. And my experience been the complete opposite. And I'm not alone in that. A lot of my former teammates as well, who aren't from here, have now made this home. The people are very inviting here. There's everything you want to find here. You can find amazing food, amazing scenery, of course. When we get nice days like this, you can't beat it. And so for me, it's been my home for 16 years and hopefully for many more years to come.
Even just walking around with you today, we've seen a lot of diversity. Would you say that's correct?
The thing about Seattle I like a lot is we champion that diversity and we hang our hat on that. We're proud of that, you know, and so mixing culture from all over the world, it brings everybody up, you know, so we get to try all the different foods, different music, different stuff. And then, of course, we're all centered around soccer as well here.
What is the history and heritage of this place to kind of get us to that point where they're so welcoming? Yeah,
I think because the land we're on right now, people have lived there for thousands of years. You know, this is not new. Over time, when you come to a place that has so much character, so much of a rich history, you try to preserve that. You know, you play your small role in that if you can, but you're always paying homage to what came before you. So I think we're all cognizant of that. We take care of this land and take care of each other. And I think one of the places that makes us the best place to live is knowing that we're not the first ones here. There's people who've been here for a very long time, and we try to honor that as much as we can.
My name is Connie McLeod. I am a member of the Puyallup tribe. I'm a Puyallup tribal elder. I oversee culture, language, and historic preservation. Our sacred mountain is the headwaters for our sacred river. This is where all life comes from. We tie everything to the land and to the water. Our people have always lived along these waterways. Upon European contact, our people will move from these areas and put on reservations, not always in the best places for our people to survive. Our people survived a lot, and our people are healing. But we're stronger today. We're stronger today. people had a lifestyle that was very healthy. Our people were athletic, they were strong. In our reservations, sports became a way to continue to socially interact. Just a little over 2 years ago, Kelp Tribe and Seattle Sounders hosted a press conference announcing a relationship. One of their first initiatives was to build a pitch, and we pulled together a soccer team that's co-ed, kids that are interested in playing soccer. Also, the Sounders come to our ceremonies, they come to our school. They provided all of the equipment, all of the jerseys, and the support so that we'd be able to have our own team, and it'll grow.
Heard it from all three of us coaches, great season this year. It's the first time we've ever had a team. We're a great example of what that team can look like. So yeah.
1, 2, 3, Soccer gives our kids an opportunity to learn some new skills, learn about working together, and being able to be very athletic, agile, very quick thinking, and they can be a part of a very much larger community. The kits for the Seattle Sounders uses weaving designs and tells a story, colors in the background that represent water with the blue and the earth with the green. Those are sacred colors for almost all of our people. We have a responsibility to take care of our water, take care of our land, and that's what that meaning is. Fundraising from the kits will go directly to some of our programs that deal with healthy water. The World Cup is viewed by billions of people. And with our involvement in the World Cup, our kids have an opportunity to grow and be a part of a world that's much larger than the world that they see just right in front of them. There's excitement. We have the opportunity now to show our culture, our songs, our stories to the world.
Steve, tell me where we are now.
Right now, we're in Yesler Neighborhood Park, and we're on a mini pitch built by the Ray Foundation, the charitable arm of the Sounders. I actually helped to open this pitch a few years ago now, and the idea is just to build a space for the community where they can have free play. You know, you can't book these pitches, you can't hold them. It's designed for the kids to come out here and just enjoy themselves, and we've seen it get great use, and I think it's fantastic.
Well, you obviously made it to the pro level, but where did you start playing? Where do those fields?
Yeah, I started playing on the streets. You know, I was playing on the streets after school with my friends. And football's, they call it the beautiful game for a reason. I think it's the world's language and it brings people together. I think for someone like me, it was a way to make friends. It was a way to access traveling and things like that. So the benefits go far beyond the physical and mental benefits. Number one is the access. I think it gives people a lot of access to opportunities that you might not have in a normal sense, you know. I would not be able to travel without football. I got a chance to do that. You get to meet other people, other cultures. You're exposed to a lot more, expand your worldview. The benefits are endless. And I've seen this sport in particular bring the world together in ways that no one else can.
I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah.
My name is Isa Ajiman, founder of African Sports Federation and Seattle African Premier League. I was great with soccer. It was the only thing I knew how to do, the only thing. I was already in the street, and the street was definitely, I would say at that point, where I belonged. Like, at least that's how I felt. I was in the gang violence a lot. I was a former gang member.
Montari goes for goal! Africa strikes, Ghana strikes.
But what brought me back to soccer was 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Ghana was in there. We would have been the first West Sub-Saharan African country to actually enter the World Cup in the semifinal.
Asamoah Gyan has the opportunity to send Ghana into the semi-finals of the World Cup. And he hits the bar! Unbelievable.
When we missed that PK against Uruguay, I felt sick to my stomach for 12 hours. And if that's not passion, I don't know what that is. And that's when the passion came back, and I knew it was a positive thing. I was 11, 12 years old when we came here to Seattle. I came from a country where we use anything for soccer, played barefoot. Then I come here, and it's hard for my father to pay to put me in the club. There was no African sports program that was ongoing that also was helping the community in terms of the African kid. So I wanted to change that here in Seattle.
1, 2, 3,
Me and a few other members started the African Sports Federation to create an annual African tournament, and it was crazy. Started that in 2015, and our first year, the place was packed. So I saw a niche in that. I saw a passion in that.
There was no league for us in Seattle. And the reason we created that is because, one, soccer has become too expensive for the kids. So we wanted to have something for us where we can also coach the kids that are left behind. And we were able to put together the first African Cup in 2015.
Some of them I find they come from war-torn countries. Some of them are refugees, so they're relocating here. Some of them just come from not a stable home. And to be able to give that gift back to other kids and give them just like a path they can follow in life to be successful and be productive members of society. I think it's very important for me to be involved with this organization because most of the kids that we serve, they might not have enough funding or money that other club teams or other soccer organizations have.
I want these kids to be able to have fun in a safe environment with people they trust and be able to be with their families, not just the court side, but also safety.
We saved a lot of young kids from going to jail. We gave a lot of young kids purpose. We gave them a reason to feel like they're somebody. I'm the prime example of that. Saved my life, revived my life, and drive. And the most important thing, it gave me the power to help the kids. To prevent the kids from going through what I went through.
Let's win the ball and possess. Let's win the ball and possess, y'all.
The World Cup coming to my doorstep. It's perfect time because now soccer is becoming big in the U.S. It's a great movement for the youth in the U.S. to appreciate the sport. And this is a moment where the world come together and make something great happen.
Besides soccer, what is Seattle best known for?
So many things. Obviously, great coffee. It's known for kind of the scenery, the mountains, very green during the summer. Obviously, the water, the Puget Sound, Lake Washington. I'm going to say for me as well, music. People don't know that Ray Charles had a lot of his start of his career here. Jazz was big here. Kurt Cobain, Pearl Jam. I can keep going. So Seattle is known for a lot of that. Yes. And then also the food. We have very good food here.
And personally, what do you love most about this? I'm getting the music vibe, but what else do you love?
I'm going to go with the food. I think if you know where to look, you get very fresh seafood. We have some very, very good restaurants in different pockets of the different neighborhoods. But if you come to Seattle, if you're a foodie, you'll find some of the best chefs and food in this city. As I'm thinking about this, Seattle really has everything. So for me, it's a great place to be for those reasons.
My name is Drew Carey. I used to have a sitcom here in the United States called The Drew Carey Show. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but Seattle's like my second hometown now because I'm one of the minority owners of the local team here called the Seattle Sounders. I come here all the time to see the Sounders play and just to visit with friends, and I'm very familiar with Seattle. I'm glad to show you around. The downtown is really vibrant here in Seattle. Lots of apartments, shops, restaurants. You could live downtown and not even leave the area. We let the fans vote on the name, and they wanted to keep the name Sounders because since 1974, there's been a soccer team in Seattle called the Sounders. So the fans overwhelmingly, like 80% or something like that, voted on the name the Sounders.
One of the great things about walking down Seattle, you get to certain areas and in between the buildings, there's the view of the ocean. You need to see the snow still on top of the mountains in the background across the sound. Cruise ship every once in a while. It's a really cool area to be in. The view from here is great, but the best way to see it is from the air.
Marcus Hanneman. I was a goalkeeper. Started my professional career here with the Sounders. I fly these beavers around in the summer.
Hey, Drew. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Zero's off the water. We got downtown Seattle out in the distance.
Beautiful.
We just got a great city. Mount Rainier National Park, the Olympic Forest. We have rainforests on the West Coast. We've got the salt water here. Cascade Mountains are incredible. An hour from Seattle, you're in a place that you think you could be in the Alps.
The mix of people and nationalities and countries where people come from, the food, everything is really international here. There's a famous place called the Pike's Market, really famous, and you can get fresh fish caught that morning. Great food scene, a lot of Asian food, a lot of Asian American fusion food here.
Wow, really gorgeous from the air, man.
Yeah.
The music scene here is great. The band Nirvana came from here. The grunge music scene started up here in Seattle.
Yeah, we'll come up here, we'll get a great view of the city. You can see Lumen Field and T-Mobile Park out in the distance.
Oh yeah, I see it right now.
This is a perfect city for the World Cup. Seattle's always been a soccer town. This had one of the highest participation percentages of kids playing soccer, adults playing soccer, loving soccer of any city in America. Actually, the stadium we're going to play in, it's built to be the loudest stadium in the NFL.
Yeah, it's a great view of Seattle with the Space Needle.
I love this city, man. Really do.
The idea of having an international party in Seattle really fits the vibe of the city. Seattle really knows how to party. Let me tell you, you're in for a good time out here. Seattle's going to be electric during the World Cup.
680's on the water.
680, roger, thank you.
Thanks, Seattle, for the wonderful welcome, and Steve for being the perfect host. That's it for Stories from the Cities here in the Emerald City. We'll be in another one of the 16 host cities of the FIFA World Cup 26 soon. Stay with us for the rest of this journey.
Ya que nos encontraste, no nos pierdas.
Suscríbete al canal de YouTube de Telemundo Deportes.